Takerra and her brother Ty Kim appeared on my show last year for a lie detector test because Takerra felt that her brother, along with most of the family, did not believe her when she revealed that she had been molested and raped by her cousin. She remembered at 6 years old being called promiscuous, a liar, and a whore by her family members. Takerra took a lie detector test to prove that this abuse happened. Watch this. Takerra, what do you remember about what your cousin did to you?
Steve, I was about 6 years old when my cousin first started touching on me. He was always coming to my house, asking me like, hey, where's Kara sleeping at? Where you sleeping at tonight? Being really nasty, like, you know. And I felt really disgusted. I felt hurt. I felt betrayed because every time I told someone in my own way, like, hey, I'm being messed with and this is going on, like, nobody believed me. They were calling me promiscuous.
And how old were you at this time?
I was 6.
And they're calling you promiscuous.
Here I am, Steve, a 6-year-old little girl being called promiscuous. Like, I can remember him touching on me, like the first time he's touching on me, breathing down my neck, like in the back of me, like, you know, humping on me. Like, it first started off just touching and stuff. Then he, like, actually graduated into, like, penetrating me. And this went on until I was, like, 11 years old. And I started running away. And when I was running away and my mom put, like, a pins on me for running away, I would always get in trouble. And every time I come back, they would say, oh, you were out getting, like, you were out doing this, you were out doing that. And I'm just tired of it. I really just want to prove today that my cousin did these things to me. And I'm tired of people calling me a liar and saying I'm promiscuous and stuff. And if I was that way, it's because he did this to me.
Okay. What happened in the computer room?
So, he was trying to shove me underneath a desk. Like, there was a computer and it was like a desk, and he was trying to shove me underneath there so he can, like, take my clothes off and perform sexual acts on me. So the way the computer room was set up in my family member's house is like, if he shoved me under the desk, they can't see what he's doing when they come in the room. But then he had got caught. 2 of my family members caught him. They ended up, like, spanking him and sending him back to where he lived at.
So they did catch him in an inappropriate act.
They caught him in an inappropriate act. They called my mom on the phone and told my mom, like, hey, so-and-so's been caught doing this to Kara. She was with my dad at the time, and my dad was outraged. He wanted to come and kick his ass. So my mom was like, no, I got it under control. But really, it wasn't under control because why was he still coming to my house? Why was he still able to be around me?
What happened in your mother's room?
In my mother's room, that night he was trying to touch me again, and I tried to get away from him. I wound up going in my mom's room and getting in her bed. He, like, crawled on the floor, come in her room, crawl on the floor. My mom wakes up, like, what are you doing in my room? He goes, I'm looking for the remote. But he was really coming in to touch me. So my mom tells him, hey, you have to get out of my room. So I started crying, and then she's telling me to get out, too. So I don't want to get out, so I'm still sitting there, and she's, like, cursing at me, like, why the hell are you still in my room? Why are you still in my bed? There's, like, one incident, he took a vibrator from, I don't know where he got it from, took a vibrator and stuck it in my ear, in the kitchen. He's a very creepy kid. He doesn't say much, but he's a creepy kid. And every time he gets excited, every time he sees me or even thinks about doing something to me, his glasses fog up. Like, seriously, like, there's something wrong with him.
So your mom really didn't believe you, but your dad did.
My dad, 100%, I love him. He always believes me, without a doubt. Like, my dad is always there for me. He doesn't care what I'm talking about. He's gonna be there for me. He's gonna be there for me. That's 110%. My dad is on my side. On my side.
Which is the way it should be.
On my side. He don't care about none of that.
No. Now, I'm told after you moved to another city, did the abuse continue?
Yeah, so after I moved to another city, it was weekends now. Like, before he was at my house every day, but now it's weekends. So I would, like, towards, like, Thursday or Friday, like, my stomach would start hurting, and I'd start planning on, like, running away, because I'm like, hey, this dude's about to come to my house over the weekend. He's about to be here. He's here every weekend. So I would, like, run away again and, you know, do whatever I want to do. After the weekend is over, I'd come back, and then I'll get, like, my family. Like, hey, you know, you were out doing this, you were out doing that, or where have you been? Why are you guys so clueless? You know that he's here. You know I don't want to be around him.
Did your cousin ever blackmail you or threaten you if you told someone?
He tried to force me to have sexual intercourse with another individual that was in my house. And I told him, hell no, I'm not doing that. So when I told him I didn't want to do it, he was like, hey, if you don't do this, then I'm going to tell your mom that you're out here having sex with other people. Well, tell her what you want to tell, because at this point, we already know that you're a creep.
Were you ever in foster care?
Yes, I was in foster care. When I was like 13, my mom signed over her rights because I was running away a lot. Everywhere we moved, every place we was at, he was always there. As I got older, yes, I was about 5 months pregnant with my child, and he sent me like messages. It first started off as phone calls, and he was like heavy breathing, and then he'll hang up. Ended up calling the phone back, and when he did, he was making noises as if he was like masturbating and stuff, sexual noises or whatever, hung up the phone. He's texting, saying, you know, hey, I hope you have a girl so that way I can do the same thing to her that I did to you. Then he's like, hey, I'm gonna give your daughter liquid ecstasy. Remember what happened in the computer room. Remember this situation. Like, remember this. Just saying stuff like that. And when it came up, my family member saying, oh, he was hacked by another family member. It was no way that it was him. But the specifics that he's going into, only me and him know that. Because you were doing it to me, only me and you were there. Steve, I seen this man in the store and I ran down on him and I told him, like, listen, I'm a grown-ass woman right now. You was not about to keep trying to intimidate me and instill fear in me. I will whoop your ass. Try me now. Try me now.
Do you still tell your family members, like, what he's still currently doing?
Everybody knows and everybody is just basically on his side. Like, to social media and said, oh, she's a prostitute. I do drugs. I'm lying. This is all in my brain. I've been a problem since young. It's crazy.
Do you still talk to your mom about it?
My mom is very like, I don't want to say she's not on my side. It's more like, I don't want to hear that. But one thing I can tell you, my dad is furious.
I don't blame him.
My dad is like, yo, listen.
Did anyone make allegations to CPS against your children?
Yes, so I don't want to get into too much specifics, but ACS actually took my son to get like checked to make sure that there was nothing wrong with my son, and then they ended up closing that case.
I'm here to see if my cousin molested my sister Takerra. A couple months ago, my sister had brought it to the family's attention that there was something going on between her and my cousin. Like, my family, they didn't believe Kara or none of that. After that, she brought everything to Facebook. When she brought it to Facebook, that's when like everybody was like trying to listen. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to listen and all that. Takerra and another family member, they were going back and forth because they was like, oh, you didn't do that, I don't believe you, you just looking for attention, this and that, this and that. I just want to see if it's true, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on nobody's side, bro. I'm not on nobody's side, because even though like me and my cousin, I don't get along with him, I don't think he the type of person to do all that, bro. But if she's lying, I'm just walking away. I ain't gonna lie, Kara, if you making up, then I can't socialize myself with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't socialize myself with nobody like that, because that's looking for attention and you trying to throw dirt on another person's name.
Let's meet your brother, Ty Kim.
Ty, are you serious?
What?
Why would I make this up?
Oh, because first of all, like...
I'm not lying, bro. That's one thing I don't have to do, bro. And you sitting there talking about you're not in the middle, but there was a point in time where you was not talking to me behind this situation. There was a point in time where you said you did X, Y, and Z to because he assaulted me. But you never even tried to figure out what's going on. You never even asked me no questions. No, none of that, bro.
First of all...
Everybody's against me.
First of all, because you know we had falling outs and all that. So.
It don't matter. I'm your sister.
All right, and...
It don't matter about none of that. I'm your sister, bro.
You're right.
Behind all of that, I'm your sister. You still supposed to be on my side.
You're right.
If I'm lying, then you can decide to deal with me on that. But at the end of the day, once I say somebody touch me or violate me, it's supposed to be up. It's supposed to be up. That's it. That's it. Come on, bro, you know how we rock. We was like this, bro.
Yeah.
Remember, you fought bitches for me. Yin and yang, all all the way, bro.
That's a fact.
You was like my favorite brother, the closest brother I ever had, bro. Don't do that.
Yeah, and that's
don't
a fact.
do that, bro.
And no matter
Don't-
what,
don't-
no
don't-
matter, can
don't
you listen
splodge,
to me,
bro.
No matter what, I'ma still have your back. But I just feel like, first of all, I haven't seen you in like 2 years, bro.
It don't matter.
What you mean?
And
it
why
don't
you
matter?
think you haven't seen me in
But
2
First of all, I
years?
try to contact you, and you in your own world. So
and I try to contact you, and what I say, the last thing I did, I say, yo, bro.
Every time you contact me is negativity, bro.
No, it's not. I called Dad and I said, yo, Dad, tell Ty it's a showcase coming up. You said, I don't want to talk to that bitch. Hang up. I don't want to talk to her.
Would there be any reason for your sister to make this up, to lie about it?
I mean, like, yeah, because you know how females like don't get attention, they don't be getting their way, so they can.
Boo! You're dead!
Oh, y'all. I ain't coming for that, bro. I ain't coming for
You were starting to explain, which I think you might want to be careful on how you explain that.
I don't gotta be careful to explain nothing, bro. It's like how I feel. I'm gonna speak how I feel,
so
bro.
listen,
Like, come on.
let's, with no reaction, I would like to hear your explanation again. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Where was I at?
You were saying, I said, why would she make this up? Why would she lie?
Yeah, because I said like not just females. I didn't mean to say females, but people in general. When people feel left out, they don't get their way and going on, bro. They gon' try to do something. You know what I'm saying, to get attention. That's where I'm trying to come from. I'm not trying to put her down.
Do you think that this might be a case with your sister?
Yeah, I'm not trying to put her down because that's my sister. And like she said, we was tight, and regardless, I'm going to have her back.
Yeah.
I'm going to have her back regardless, but I just be like, we just been through a lot. I'm not gonna say on, like, the whole family been through a lot. I'm not gonna say on TV, but like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your father left us a voicemail. We're gonna listen to that now.
Hi, Steve. Takerra, that's my daughter. I love her. I love you, man. You know that. It's kind of that nobody believed her and her family. Everybody thought she was bugging out, lying, trying to get attention, but she wasn't. He got caught in the act. And for him to disrespect his aunt and me and violate and do this stuff and continue to do it for years, it's a problem. But she didn't say nothing because she knew she was going against the favorite. She knew they wouldn't believe her. She just held it in. We here to find out the truth, which I already know the truth. I told my daughter I believe her. I don't care what anybody say. That's my daughter.
Takerra, you've been through a lot, and you came here today to take a lie detector test, and we asked you, between the ages of about 6 to 13, did your cousin ever rape you? You answered yes. Between the ages of about 6 to 13, did your cousin ever make you perform oral sex on him? You answered yes. Between the ages of about 16 to 13, did your cousin ever blackmail you if you told anyone about the sexual abuse? You answered yes. Have you ever lied about or fabricated any part of the story that your cousin sexually molested and raped you between the ages of about 16 to 13? You answered no. The results came back all the same to those 4 questions, and it came back that Takerra told the truth. I gotta imagine this is a huge thing for you to finally, maybe your family's gonna believe you. Your brother said he believes you now. You know, your father was always there believing you. I would hope that if you do anything, you call the police, okay? I would hope nobody takes matters into their own hand, because all you're gonna be doing then is making a situation that's been bad for a long time even worse. Because I would hate to see your family, somebody get incarcerated, torn up, anything because of this. If you do anything, you call the police, you say what happened, and you put this guy behind bars, okay? But anything other than that, everybody will just be screwing up your family even worse. And you guys don't need any more of that. Okay?
Okay.
I wish you all the luck.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm a big fan. My mom says
I
hi.
watch your show
Thank you.
every day on Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Takerra passed her lie detector test, but when she got home, she ran into more problems. This time, it was between her and her mother, Johnette. Johnette reached out to the show because she wants to tell her side of the story and make it clear that she never said she didn't believe her daughter. In fact, Johnette says she didn't even know her daughter was raped by her cousin until just a few years ago. And she wants to take a lie detector test to prove it. Take a look. Takerra, your mother believes that you owe her an apology.
I don't owe that lady a damn thing. She owes me. She owes me an apology.
After the show aired, did you have a conversation with your mother?
I did briefly have a conversation with my mom, but it was just like more of, you're still in denial, you know what I mean? Like, you're still in denial. You're saying you don't want to believe that this person did this to me, and I'm telling you, and I'm putting it in your face, and you see it on the TV.
Well, and you passed the
and
damn
I passed
lie
the test, so
detector.
it's like, how you still don't believe that this
So she
happened?
still was in a little bit denial.
Yeah, like
even
a little
after
bit.
the show.
Yeah.
Are you ready to apologize to your mom? Okay. But she's here because she took a lie detector test. She wants to prove that she didn't know about it. But again, if you didn't know about it, you're really not on top of your game as a parent.
And not even only that, though, I'm just trying to figure out, why am I here again? You know what I mean? Because you had the opportunity the first time when I told you about it, when I told you I was right into the show. You could have cleared your name then. You could have took a lie detector test then. Why do you want to do it now?
Well, we're glad you're back.
Hey.
All right, let's meet Johnette.
Let me tell you something.
No.
Kara,
No.
at the end of the day,
No.
I'm always in your corner. There wasn't never a fact that I wasn't never in your corner. At the end of the day, you didn't tell me this until 2020. If you would have told me everything that was happening to you, why would you think I would put you away?
You know, your daughter passes a lie detector test for being raped.
I didn't know nothing.
Nothing.
And far as,
So she's lying?
I'm not saying she's lying.
All this time, she's never said to you, Mom, my cousin raped me?
No. She said somebody touched her,
Well,
but she didn't tell
okay.
me it was
Did-
a
when
family member.
Okay, so when she said somebody touched her, what did you do?
Well, me and my kids, we all went out looking for this person that touched my daughter.
And did you find them?
No, because it was the wrong person. It was the family member. She didn't want to tell nobody that the family member was touching her because of, unquote, what kind of person he is, and everybody in the family likes him more.
Did you watch the show that she was on?
Yeah, and I was tight.
Yeah. Well,
Steve,
I don't know if tight's the
I
word.
was running away because this family member was still coming to my house.
Right.
Understand? I don't want to be around that. And then on
Did
top
you
of
ever tell your mother that he did this to you?
my mother got a phone call when I was 6 to 8 years old about what happened. So already, if I didn't come out and say it to you in 2010, you should have already known that he was doing something to me. He should never been allowed
But
back
at
in my
some
house.
point before you were ever on the show, did you tell her?
Before I was on the show, yeah, she found out about it.
Yeah. Did you ever tell her?
Yeah, I told her.
Yeah.
I told her.
What was her response?
I was calling her. At the time, I was pregnant with my kid. I was calling her, telling her that he was saying these nasty things to me, and he did what he did. And she was like, "Oh, I don't want to hear that." Ducking and dodging me.
No, I was not.
You was ducking
No,
and
I
dodging
was not
me.
at the time.
Yes, you was.
You calling me when I'm working.
Work.
I'm your daughter. I know that. But if I'm on the bus, with kids, and I can't talk on my phone, what you want me to do?
You just making yourself look crazy as hell.
And you
really
making
is.
yourself look like you have no respect for your mother. If you would have told me that the family member was doing this to you, we wouldn't be standing here right now.
You knew he was doing that to you.
How?
So nobody in your family ever called you and said they caught the family member in the room saying anything or doing anything to me?
No.
Why are you
on.
here today?
Why am I here?
Come on, bro.
Because I was reading the comments.
You didn't like the comments.
No, I did not. But I understand, though.
Why didn't you come last time?
That's
Last
what
time because I was
Fast
doing
thinking,
something
fast
else.
thinking.
Bull on y'all too. Bull on y'all too. Because at the end of the day, she told me late. I would have came to the show.
I feel at the end of the day, I'll be throwing her off the stage.
You can throw me off the stage. I don't care.
Johnette, you came here today because you didn't want to come last time. But then comments really burned your ass, so you decided to come. So we asked you, prior to 2019, did you have any knowledge that your daughter, Takerra, was ever sexually assaulted by her family member? You answered no. When Takerra was between the ages of 6 and 8, were you ever told by anyone that she was being sexually assaulted by her family member? You answered no. The results came back the same, and they came back that you told the truth.
Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! I'm your mother!
No, you're not.
I love you!
You don't, bro.
Yes, I do! Come on! Come on! It don't even have to be like this! It don't even have to be like this! Come on! I love you! Why? Come on. We all we got, girl. We all we got. It's always been us. I love you.
I'll be interested to see what kind of comments we get about you now.
Steve, I don't really care about the comments. I'll worry about my
Yeah,
daughter
you
more.
do. If you didn't care about the comments, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I was tight though, but I still wanted to clear myself.
Listen, you, as a mother, had a 6-year-old daughter in your house being raped by a family member. She was being raped, being molested for over a period of 2
Yeah, she should have
years.
told me, Steve.
Okay. Something maybe should have, you've been maybe a little more aware of what was going on in your
How?
own house. How?
Explain to me how I'm supposed to be aware of her
Because she
being
was,
touched if I didn't know anything.
you didn't, I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that you didn't notice anything,
But I
that you
passed
didn't
my
know
lie detector
anything that was
test,
going
right?
on. Yeah, you passed.
Because I didn't know nothing.
Okay,
I have 6 kids,
okay.
right? 6 kids.
How do you feel about this? I mean, this is for you.
Honestly, like, okay, she passed, but the fact still remains that I was getting raped and molested, so I don't even
But
know.
Karen,
Like,
you
Yeah,
should've
and as a
told
parent,
me.
that's the job as
I
a
don't even
parent, is to
know,
protect
right.
you, to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
and it's
this,
like, but-
this is the
and-
thing.
and-
I
and-
tried to protect her.
and then it's like, how don't
she was
you?
always with me.
But it's like,
this is why I
how-
don't understand. How
Well,
did it happen?
she wasn't always with
She
you.
was always with me.
Not always.
I had 3 kids around that time.
Okay.
She was the only daughter
You
that I
weren't
had.
with her when she was getting raped.
But see, that's the thing. If I'm asleep, all right, she come in my room.
God.
I'm just thinking, you know.
Okay, goodbye.
Well, goodbye, y'all too. I don't care. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. She failed you. I don't care how you slice it, dice
Slice
it,
it,
come
cut
here,
it,
pass
right.
lie detector. And she didn't come here to support you. She came here because her feelings got hurt.
I really feel like it was to try to get caught off of my traumatic experience, if you ask me. You know what I mean? But
Listen, what I don't want to do, though, is you do have a relationship with your mother, and you guys hopefully are trying to repair that. I hope you can get to a good place with your mom.
I try.
Right, but I also,
No.
again, you know, we have Steven backstage. I want you to talk to him. You need help. You need somebody to talk to. You need professional help, okay? I hope you get it. Very nice. Nice seeing you again.
You too.